Hey there, welcome back. So, um, it's been a while, and I'm trying to remember what the heck I was doing here.
Step
Looks
quick.
like I opened this. I don't know if I already looted everything back here. So we're doing what I usually refer to as the kitchen part of this, and
What's in here?
I'm sure I already explained all that. Because if I can get through this little opening, which sometimes. I mean, all you have to do is go over here and pick
Far
this
as I
lock.
know.
The
Around near Becca too.
I think the biggest reason why I can't is because you got these guys standing here, but maybe I still can. Alright, who's my... So Asterion is my...
What to do? I should speak up.
So, a lot of dead gnomes.
Hey,
Any of those absolutists see you mucking around, and you're toast.
So, I think we already talked to them as well. It looks like. So I think...
What now?
I really think we can just come up here and pick the lock.
Easy.
And I don't think they care. So we got
Getting peckish.
rolled a healthy 26.
You got that
Let's go.
There we go. Yeah. Alright, so
right. Oh. The scraps of a nightfall feast.
you can see there's a nightfall feast.
To break bread in Shah's name, then spill blood in her name.
Silver plate, silver glass.
Sacred right.
There's like all these utensils. It's I mean maybe it's a dining hall more than a kitchen.
Hurry up.
And then you can see there's even
A
more
little souvenir.
silver plates everywhere out here. And one thing I find interesting about this game is there's more stuff you can pick up that doesn't show up on the... Like, I'm holding down the Alt key to make these things pop up. And, you know, I'm picking all this stuff up. But look. There's a blue wedge. Cheese wedge. Fish. But see, they're rotten, so I guess that's why... Maybe that's why they're not showing up. Because they're worthless. And yeah, you don't want to pick up all that rotten stuff. It's completely worthless. Alright, and then we're standing in water. That's why you see the red glow. It's just representing that we're wet. And our movement's impaired and all that jazz. So yeah, we'll just go pick up more stuff that's going to be worth money.
What's that?
So we just spotted a button. Sometimes when their perception check spots something, you know how it highlighted that button over there? Sometimes it highlights something, but then that whatever it highlighted disappears, and you're like, I don't know what it... because the camera was at the wrong angle or whatever. Alright, so we got a cauldron on fire. You can see there's some... This is where the cooking was done, more or less. But it doesn't end here. As you can tell, we found the button. Now, more stuff is happening. And we're going to go through. And you can go... Looks like only left. And of course, there's another button on the other side. All that does is the same thing. Away. So you get through.
Curious. That stone there has been pried loose. Prime spot for an ambush.
So they're spotting an ambush, and there was a stone that was loose, which is actually back behind you here. So you move this loose stone, and underneath it is a hidden stash. And it's got a potion, acid vial. Give the armor to cleric so she can carry the heavier stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and quick save. There is an ambush. I mean, they did say we spot a great place for an ambush, and sure enough, there is one. This acid here should be your hint. We should be okay. There we go. We've got 2 little acid blobs. Alright, do I want to spend spell points? I do not. So I'm going to just do a cantrip. I think I like the idea of shocking
May
grass.
the gods take you first.
Give us some charges. I have concluded, I may have said this in the last playthrough, all these little, like the staff and the things that generate lightning charges, this is meant for a monk class, because the monk can wear all the gear, and it actually might work pretty well for them. I'm doing it because I'm a storm sorcerer, but yeah, I think the monks would probably benefit from it the most. Alright, so we got Mr. Ranger. We didn't call our pet, which was my fault. That's what I get for playing multiple playthroughs at the same time. Our sword can do a melody. All it does is it inspires us or causes them to. So I think I'm going to go ahead and. Oh no, because I got the archery skills. Let's. There we go. 95% or 85%. I'm going to go ahead and. Pick on the one first anyway. 18 damage is excellent. Get another attack. 18 more damage. Can't complain about that.
Let's move.
And the reason I was able to run by him is because when you do electric grasp, he can't do reactions anymore, opportunity attacks.
Got to focus.
Alright, so now we got our cleric here. He's got a lot of options. Or we just go up and swing a hammer.
Your time has come.
Alright, 7 damage. Pushes it aside. There's a third one there. Jump is good. To be honest, this one's closer to death, so we're gonna go ahead and go after so close. 3 health, come on. Did you see that? 9 damage? Wow. And of course that's the automatic attack thing.
I miss this.
One dead. Probably should try to get this other guy, because he's annoying up here. 18 damage is very healthy.
Got to concentrate. Time to meet your maker.
Finish this guy. Come on. Got a lot of damage. Jump up.
One day I'll catch a break.
That was a good healthy 10 damage.
Shall we cut and run?
So now this is a little too close. Could switch to my sword, but the arrows just do so much damage. Now I'll switch to my sword. 2 health, so I didn't need all the extra damage. And then we get
Rested
short
enough.
rest.
Now, forward.
So, obviously this is stuff you could use for chemicals, for potions or whatever. Money, you know, money, look at that, that's worth 40 gold. And then,
Time to pack it in for the day, I think.
there's no point in picking up the bone, it's worthless.
Repositioning.
Then get up here to this last one. Okay. So there's some arrows just laying around. And then you have a trap. Disarm.
Don't mind if I
toolkit.
do.
Rope and gear. Someone was feeling adventurous.
And then... like, that's worth 30 gold. That's worth 30 gold. So is that. I mean, they're little worthless items to us, as far as inventory is concerned, but it's worth some nice money.
Assume nothing.
Then we come over here, find a candle, and then Andrew did make a comment, a viewer, that I'm carrying around so much supplies that I could,
Proceeding.
you know, help with my weight situation by getting rid of some supplies. I actually never thought of that, so thank you for that suggestion. And you're probably right. I probably could just leave some supplies at camp and not carry it around all the time, you know. So,
Have a lot on my mind.
you know, I got
And, well,
a
in
supply
it.
pack with 39 items in it. If I open this up, I mean, that's worth 10 pounds right there. Yeah, I mean, each of these things weighs something. There's 2 pounds. And you only need the supplies when you're in camp. So, makes sense. Alright, so as you can tell, we
Wonder if the
were
gods are
meandering
watching
around.
me.
There's a door here that just won't open, but you can just walk around the side here. Then you can sneak in the back. I'm gonna save again. There's a dialogue coming up, and you just don't want to screw up the dialogue. And you'll see there's a fire, and a backpack, and a hand-drawn map. We're gonna go ahead and just take those things. Most everything else is just more supplies. And there she is.
Hold it! I swear to Iron Hand. One more step and a blow is to tongues.
An ashen scent fills the air. The barrel is filled with smoke powder. The gnome's well and truly mad.
Shut your mouth,
Yes.
Hoon, or I'll shut you down. What's to say? Your near's bootlicker saw you sailing. A god's damn true soul. Better to die in this shit heap than rot in Moonrise. You want me? Come get me.
Okay, so I'm trying to remember what I did before I saved the game, but we probably didn't go look for Nier. So Nier, of course, is the absolute guy who's running this place. That there's a cave-in, and he's trapped behind the cave-in. So to help him get out of the cave-in, you need some of this smoke powder stuff. And so you're actually sent on a quest to go find this girl. Now, we went and found her without doing any of that. At least I think that's what we did. I think it's going to be okay, but like there's extra dialogue options that would be here if that were the case. Because we're going to appeal to her, because these are her fellow gnomes that are getting killed. So we can, so the detect thoughts is like you can use it once or two times between each long rest. I think I've explained this before. And then if you know what she's thinking, then you can answer it perfectly without having to pass these checks. But if you're confident you can pass these other checks, it's not so bad. I can't remember what skills I took with my sorcerer. I think I do have persuasion, so let's try it. I need a 15 and I only... Okay, it's gonna be a little tougher. Alright, we got it.
Don't do this. Don't pretend you give a shit about me. Shit. I can't do it. Go on. Drag me to Moonrise. I'll make you cult nutters suffer. Well, aren't you sweet? I'm not stupid, you know. No such thing in Grimforge as kind hearts. Spit out what you want, and let's be done with it.
I do want some of the smoke powder.
You want to barter with rune powder? Look, you have no idea what you're dealing with. Any true Iron Hand would trade their life for a grain of this stuff. It's the whole damn reason we're here, and I'm not leaving without it. But let me go. Maybe I'll spare you a vial.
I already let you go. By the way, a single vial is all we need. And of course we fail to come up with the history.
Vague notions of rumor and myth.
Say deal. Yeah, that was a little dangerous. Just tossing it like that. But a deal's a deal. Yeah, let's guilt trip her.
Don't talk of my clan like you understand. I'm getting gone. You ought to do the same.
So it's an explosive powder. I never actually tried to fight her or
Anything of use?
anything, but you probably could theoretically get all of it, and then you get some really nice grenades that are very powerful. But as you can tell, I'm not a big fan of throwing things in this game, even though the throwing mechanic was implemented quite well. I just, I don't know, it's just not my thing. Just like all these potions, you can tell I'm not really gung-ho about making potions or really even caring about what kind of potions I get to make. The whole alchemy system, again, was done well. It just, I don't care. The potions are just stuff I can sell for more money. And speaking of which, I do have a lot of stuff there. I think we did this before, but you can see that will reduce the amount of weight I'm carrying. And you come around and again, you could, at some point, you do have enough money to play the game, and you don't need to like grab every little thing. But there are some spots in the game where you need like 10,000 gold, 20,000 gold. I mean, it's the economy does scale, and what I mean by that is you think you have more than enough to get you through everything you're ever going to need, and then something's going to just take all your money. So you sort of have to be a frugal miser the whole time. That's really all I'm trying to say. And of course, the game. This is the most frustrating thing for me, because now I have to split the party, because otherwise,
Action, not reaction.
if I don't, my guy will stupidly jump back.
An efficient path.
Astarian that
Yes,
prevented the whole
let's.
party.
There is work to do.
Alright.
Still alive. So that's progress. On
There you
my
go.
way.
So, to my understanding, that's really all you need to mess around with here. On, what I referred as kitchen path. So we've explored it to its length. We, met this girl. She somehow escaped and went somewhere. And, we got a vial of this gunpowder, which is fine. And... oops, I am being dumb. I need to go down these stairs.
Better not be cursed.
Then we come back out. So here's the deal. Nier is trapped. I know we haven't gone to see him yet, but he is. And we will see him very soon here. And see, I can't loot any of those guys. So you can see all these guys are still alive. Sorry about that. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna go. Well, I have a lot of thoughts going through my head. Let me say them one at a time. If I were to long rest, Nier will die. We actually want him to die. Like, he's not our buddy. So, it's not the worst thing in the world. And in my first playthrough, I let him die. I actually, in my first playthrough, I wasn't smart enough to understand I was on a timer. So I long rested without even realizing it caused him to die. When he dies, the gnomes actually abandon this Grimforge. Not the gnomes, but the Dweger. So, a lot of these people you see walking around and talking, they just get up and leave. So there's a little bit of that. But if we go over and rescue Nier,
What's a fort like this doing in the
we do
Underdark?
get some experience points. And then there's also a possibility of creating a civil war and you can save the gnomes.
Whoever built this, they let it rot for ages.
So I'm gonna go ahead and save it here.
And he still ain't broke through. Seen her run with a barrel under her arm. Just a small one. Someone should grab it. Slaves are never gonna
Can't go chasing maybes.
Oh, would you look at that, Kerr? Someone...
A shiver runs through you. Your mind is awash with ancient resentments.
True soul, no less. What do you think, Kerr? Should we take Nier's debt off him? I ain't parleying with more twat souls. If I didn't know better, I'd say a mind flayer chateau should split your head open and poke around in there if you lot don't pay up.
Oh. I don't know if the intimidation works in this situation. I don't necessarily want to fight this guy.
The shiver returns. This time it's colder, sharper.
The stench don't lie. You're one of them.
Okay, here we go. This is worth spending an inspiration for. If you're gonna read someone's mind, you need to pass.
Drunken in true souls. Can still smell Nier from behind that damned wall.
Ah, look at that. This is not me you smell. You must be catching Nier's scent.
He stinks to the deepest hells, that's for sure. Could be you're right. In that case, want to earn some gold?
What gold? I thought you hadn't been paid
Ain't
yet.
my gold I'm offering. It's the true souls. Thrin's after the Absolute's glory. That's why she's got those slaves digging for Nier. But we ain't need glory, just coin. And Nier's got plenty. Help Thrin free Nier. Then you and my chums grind him up. Whatever the spoils, we'll drop you a fat cut. You in? Half? You drugnin. Fine. Half it is. But first, you've seen that weird orbi floating about? Knife it. And don't get caught. The cult watches through it. And we can't risk more twat souls showing up. You still standing about? Get on it. Good. Drop now, move.
Okay, so see this scrying eye?
Near
That's what
out
he's saying
there.
we need to take out.
What then?
Then I'll stick
Trust
you
me.
So,
and
this
side
is a little tricky because
flesh.
I never
We take his gold.
see, like,
And I got more
On
in
my
my
way.
way. Shit goes down smooth.
you're supposed to knife it without getting caught. Well, this thing's got, like, sea invisibility. And so, there's a critical miss.
You attacked someone. Only the guards are allowed to do that, as this one is about to demonstrate.
And see, they told us to attack it. And then we attack it, and then the very people that do this... Oh, come on. And I forgot to save it before I did this, didn't I?
You're free to go.
Dumb of me. So... I had a 5. Maybe it was Dana here. But, like, I think for sure it was this girl. See, now she's sitting there watching me.
Your murderous actions have given this guard the perfect excuse to eviscerate you. Any last words?
Yeah, they want me to kill it, but it doesn't do, you know, then they get mad at me for killing it. And I know it said don't get caught, but I don't have a... Now, the other thing, like, those things are pretty immune to arrows, so it's not like I can go hide somewhere and then arrow
Don't
it.
linger.
That's okay. We'll go ahead and go in here. And the thing will follow us.
All right. What now? Time to press ahead. Seems like a good moment to talk.
Faster! Heat up some rocks!
Not the most sophisticated way.
Move, Hoon! I don't have time for Drugnan outsiders. Never thought I'd see these back. Nasty snake gave even Gick the slip. Crafty little shits, these ones. Here then. His bounty's yours. Now move!
The parasite stirs, but it's a mere tickle.
A true soul, eh? Glad you're here to take responsibility. Tunnel, he's stuck in.
No need for that. Nias is the only head that matters to us.
That's so. Set it near the rubble and
Right, so we ended up getting armor of uninhibited Kushigo.
back on your feet or I'll bite your toes off one
That's
by
of course
one.
a monk armor. After shoving an enemy, that's an interesting. Oh, I get to choose. I'll take the ring. Weighs less. Alright, so this is tricky too. Like, you can see Shadowheart stepping too close forward. But usually, if you grab... Where's it at? So here's the vial that... So if I start throwing this...
I'll
gonna
peel your
be,
balls
right in
like
the middle
potatoes.
there.
You
Hesitation.
don't move.
Get back.
Then
One
see,
spark
everybody
and
runs
it'll
away.
blow.
What are you waiting for?
And then they tell you what are you waiting for because, you know,
I'm
we're
ready.
waiting for everybody to get out of the way.
Can you hear me?
Cleared out the area. So there's Nier.
Finally.
Worthless slaves.
Your incompetence does not fade.
You care for the weak true soul. Most curious.
Okay. If I say I act on orders of the Absolute, I actually don't know what's going to happen, but the Absolute doesn't care about the slaves. That much I can assure you. And he probably knows that. If I do this, that's for sure going to piss him off. If I tell him, of course I care, he's going to think I'm defective. I mean, I don't need to act like a paladin here. But sure, I'm gonna go ahead and we'll do the goody two-shoe.
The Absolute demands their slaughter. Yet, here you stand. A test. Yes, you must be. Thryn, carve out his heart. If he indeed is a true soul, let the Absolute save him.
Obviously, all this is just a final jab. But no matter what, we're gonna have a battle if I do that one. Although it is cool that there's an option specific to Dragonborn. And then, yeah, this would start the Civil War. Well, we're gonna do the Civil War.
Damn right it's time. You owe my crew a 10 days worth of coin.
You bargained with this wretch. Near is not without mercy, true soul. Strike him down. Prove your faith.
Yeah, so we're gonna side with the rebels. Who cares about Nier?
Heretics.
Now, the thing is this is actually quite a tough battle. And some people will tell you it's very tough. And one of the tough parts about it is, first of all, they sometimes appear up on these platforms up high. And then the other thing they do is they shove you into the lava. Which, of course, is pretty insta-death. Now, this thing is almost dead. We're gonna finish that off. Get that out of the way. And again, I forgot to get my animal. So here you can see, obviously the ones in red are the ones we need to be concerned with. So we got Sergeant Thryn. The Mine Master is actually a so we do want to kill the Mine Master. They're painful because they do these things. And yeah, all these guys in yellow are actually on our side, but there's so many things that make them. You've tried to fireball, of course. You know, there's a lot of stuff that's gonna make them get angry with you. There's some of the shoving and pushing.
Oh, in my thrall.
Alright, so we got some options here. Obviously, we have a nice little storm spell, but I can't think of a place where I can avoid. Obviously, we can magic missile. Shocking grasp. 90%. He's got 78 health. I think I'm gonna keep picking on. I gotta be careful. All of us standing around together like this is gonna be an opportunity for an area of effect attack. So I'm gonna do that.
Best be on my way.
And I got a nice little heal in, which was good. There it is. Mastery over Lysel. So we need to hit him and get him to lose his concentration. We have Call Lightning, which could work. Works even better if so we could do that, which seems like a waste to just hit one guy, but it is what we do. Wounding Ray, which is didn't do 8 either. Boy, I'm playing this poorly all across the board. He's only got 11 health. There we go. That gives us Lysel back, so that was worth it. So now I'm going to go up and make it so he can't move any closer without at least an opportunity attack. And I can even get a spiritual weapon out. Standing right next to him. Gonna obliterate him. Mind Mastery gone. It's nice to get rid of all the underlings as best as we can. Weapon just did 8 damage. Battle's not hard at all. I'm not playing on Tactician difficulty yet. Last time I was. I'm actually playing. I started this playthrough with you guys when I was still learning the game, and now I only play the game in Tactician level because I've completely beaten it and have tried to play multiple other playthroughs, and it's really funny because now we're playing on normal and it's like, wow, this is easy. I remember the battle really challenging. But sometimes it depends on your characters and where they're positioned. And right now we're okay. See all that? I got 4 damage on him. Of course they're attacking me. I don't think a good shove will work here. We'll try.
Time to press ahead.
0%. Oh.
Need to stay focused. Have to keep going.
That one's the problem. There's a ladder here. A missile.
I will ascend. No time to waste.
Oh, he's as good as dead. knocked me into the lava from all the way. That just...
The truce.
Freeze it, Nia and his absolute whack. Pay up, and you get to slink away. Resist, and I got you. Truckling shot. Clan! Grab your time. I scrammed before more pricks from Moonrise. Clan property. They come with us. You got a point. Known pricks! You're off the hook! Scram before I get my senses!
Okay. See, and then we ended up dying. And then, Nier... I need to be able to cut his head off, which, of course, I can't. So this is probably
right.
not a good
right. I'm so sorry.
No time to dally.
Don't need to. We're together. That's what matters.
Fate, dost thou require a new ally? Then thou must return with the... This is the price of balance. Well counted. By doom and dusk, I strike thy name from the archives. Rise.
There I am.
No time to rest.
Alright, that gets around the death part. Nier's body is the next issue. I don't know if there's...
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
I may have gotten too cute, because I'm the one that pushed him in there, and now I'm realizing I need to loot him.
A long way to go still.
Yeah, that lava's like completely doesn't care that there's a snake trying to ice it over. Yeah, big mistake on my part. My apologies. So when they patch the game and somebody dies like that and you can't loot the body, the developers put this little glowing orb and you can click on the orb and loot that. And it's to fix the problem of you can't loot somebody who fell into an abyss or whatever. But apparently it's not working perfectly.
Appeal your balls!
Alright, so we'll do this again. It worked
First
pretty
step
well. The
is the
battle wasn't
hardest.
as bad.
way! One spark and it'll blow.
What
are you waiting for?
One thing I am gonna do.
Can't afford to stay idle. No time to waste.
Blast the thing to bits!
We're gonna do that. Although I just realized she's the one with the fireball spell.
No mercy.
Beldron, can you hear me? Beldron!
You care for the weak, true soul. And so you say. Thrym, if he indeed is a true soul, let the absolute...
Damn right.
You near strike him down.
Alright, here we go again.
In there,
glorious. I could do... three version. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So at least get rid of the eye. The eye does call reinforcements. So getting rid of the eye is an important aspect of this. See, like these Mind Masters just control one. Only good news there is he took control of somebody who just... And I forgot to bring my pet back. Get rid of the other Mind Master. Top plate.
Taking position. Let's finish this. No mercy.
Alright, so yeah, he's got a lot of hit points, but we're still gonna... Between her and the spirit weapon, we'll try to keep this guy occupied. Usually that one gets knocked into the lava. Alright, how do I want to do this? That's only 40%. That's right, because for me, the resistances are the lightning bolts. There and there. My concentration got broken.
Heretic! Strike me and suffer.
Alright, so he's got a shield of screams. Let's examine him. Armor class increased by 3. Attackers take psychic damage when they hit him with a melee. That's okay. So we took 9 damage for that. And 8 more, but we just obliterated him.
My faith will protect me.
Some hits. Alright. That Tempest Cleric is so awesome. I can't say enough good things about it. I mean, those spells are just beautiful. Alright, we got this guy.
Death won't take me yet.
Of course I missed. It's this big guy over here that's still alive. We don't really need to do anything. He should get killed pretty easily on his own, but I got Mr. Arrows here.
Keep them guessing.
Nice solid 18 damage.
The truth.
Freeze it, cockstench. Near, pay up. And you get to slink away. Resist, and I got you.
Right. That's right, he was talking to the paladin last time, so we were able to do a paladin check. I don't know if I need to read his thoughts again. That was a horrible roll.
Clan! Time I scrammed before more pricks from Moonrise Tower's clan property. They come with us.
And now I need to roll better than a 4. Come on. Alright, what's this say? I actually only rolled a 4.
Gnome pricks! You're off the hook!
Alright. We did it. That was, we almost failed some dice
The
rolls there.
decaying corpse lies before you. The head breaks off cleanly from the drow's body.
So there you go. In all of its gruesome glory.
No.
And then we get an inspiration for that.
Can't be.
Alright, so he has a broken moon lantern. Another mind flayer. Some boots.
You're covered in dust.
Dagger +1.
Wait.
Sword of Screams.
Is that a bruise there?
Object catches your eye. A lantern, it seems. Though no light flickers within.
This was a
Broken trash. It's just full of dust.
You see no burner or wick. It was not fuel that lit this lamp, but magic. This is pixie dust, used to illuminate a lamp, or left behind after a pixie's death.
So,
Better now
mean,
that
it's-
I'm with you. Gods. We're near.
it's
We're near.
implied here, but
Moving ahead.
basically, a pixie is the source of the light with the moon lantern. And of course, right now it means nothing, but later it will mean a lot.
What's on there?
So we'll give it to him so he gets Misty Step. And then, get his companion going here.
Could have been you.
Just so thematic.
I
for
can't
him
bear
to
to
have
think
a
about
spider.
it.
Is that blood?
To.
No.
We're together.
Never mind.
Oh, I'm still encumbered. got going on? He's got a rare longsword. So we sort everything by weight. And yeah, you can see this supply pack is the heaviest thing. I will give the head to Lysel. And the war pick. It was doing an exchange instead of an actual. There we go. Alright. I think we're in better shape there. So now we can finally long rest.
Open up.
Not everyone
Oh. The gnomes are still around.
Another step forward.
So then, you know, here's another one. It gives you Thunder Wave. That's actually really good.
You're covered in dust and... Wait. Is that a bruise there? Stop fussing. It's nothing, I swear. I'm your husband. It's my job. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Okay, so these dwarves and gnomes do end up leaving, and when they do, you can loot all this stuff that's currently red. So I was getting a little impatient. That back there, and I got a couple things I need to do here. The first one, yeah, see, like I can't loot her body. I hit M and go back to the mushroom colony.
What's up for discussion?
Peacebringer. Be the Drow sought to shatter our circle. Now his flesh may feed its growth. In dealing death, you have brought this circle life, and thus we name you Life Chanter.
Crazy here.
As our circle
like
grows, so shall your song. Wherever you go, only listen.
Alright, so we do get this Envoy's amulet, which gives you the voice of the circle. And then there's like this little... right here. If you have the spores, you can communicate telepathically with one another. And then look, his head is blooming. And you know what I just realized? We started going and doing Grimforge. I haven't gone to the Arcane Tower yet. So we're doing things a little. So this blur guy doesn't like our spider. He won't even let me talk to him. Ay ay ay.
I've got a long road ahead.
Welcome back. Have you made any new discovery? I do enjoy a good bargain.
Right, so he's
If
got
anything in my
706.
private collection is to your liking.
So this Thunderweave, I'm just going to take that for free. I don't have any rings on. After shoving an enemy, the wearer gains +1 to their armor class. Well, I'm a dragon. You would think I'd be strong enough to shove, but you know, I don't have strength as my skill. So, I really want to sell the armors first. The things that are heavy. I'm already at the 471. Like most of this stuff is stuff we've sold to him. Well, that circlet of blasting is not the worst thing in the world. Like all that silverware, it's getting us at least a decent amount of change. In fact, I gotta take some of it back.
Very well.
Alright, so we've
Have
taken
you
all the
spoken
money
with
we can.
as swift as my feet can carry me?
Like I was saying, this guy's a merchant too.
Yes.
And
She is
I need to
cataloguing
go to that
fertility
tower that I
rituals.
just mentioned. And when I do, he will become a merchant for me because I'll finally have the mushrooms he's looking for.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
We'll be clearing out soon. No point in lingering now. I've got the noble stock.
There we go, 1290 on her. So I can't remember what the voice of the circle does. It's more of a, I think it makes it so you can have better persuasion checks. It's not anything super exciting. This is just like a Misty Step. I think I'm gonna hold on to that. There you go, 572, just from all that. Two more. 225 more. Club. That's actually a decent amulet. What is she wearing that trumps that? We got her down to 100. I'm happy with that.
This'll do wonders.
What is she? Oh, she's wearing the Ray of Fear and all that stuff. Yeah, I don't... She should be wearing this. It's her heal. And most of these are both bonus actions. The healing word, mass healing word. So as a bonus action, she could be healing people. I mean, that is the way. So here you can see we don't have a coat. We don't even have boots for her yet. Let's sort everything by type. Alright, we don't know what Grants an ally +2 bonus to persuasion checks. So there you go. That's sell fodder there. Okay, I think we're fine. We really do need to go long rest. So I've been thinking about it, and I think it is a good idea to store
What's inside?
supplies here. My issue is like if I send the whole bag and then I start collecting more supplies later, it's just gonna litter my inventory, because right now it automatically goes in the bag. I know it sounds cheesy and all that jazz, but this peculiar clothing chest, I don't need to carry that around. That was 5 pounds. A patched together sack. What's in there? Oh my gosh, I didn't even know this was a thing. We're gonna take all that. Give this to her.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
What is she wearing? Yeah, so she's not even doing smite anymore because she's not even a paladin anymore. So, if anything...
Enough waiting.
She
I
can
crave
wear it.
blood.
Although, we're not doing smite all that much. But still.
Can't give up now.
So we get this patch together, send it to camp. The keys don't weigh that much. This is, of course, and then the alchemy pouch. So I feel like I have to carry them with me. I mean, I can open it and then send stuff like this into camp. It's like, that's 10 pounds. So yeah, I'll send that to camp. It saves me 10 more pounds and still lets me keep the satch. Then if you come over here to the traveler's chest, you can see everything's in here. And if I ever need those 40 camp supplies, I can just, bam, add it to my whatever. So, I think that was a good idea. So we're going to go ahead and try that. End the day. Alright, who wants to talk to me? They always do this when somebody wants to talk to me. Nope. So we're going to spend 40 points. You can see it's barely a trickle. Oh, we got a visitor.
You recognize the feathered creature. It's the owlbear cub you rescued. The cub's eyes lock onto the food in your hand.
Now that you've fed it, we'll never be rid of the beast. It'll be back for more ration.
Yes, it will. You want the owlbear. The owlbear is a good friend. Alright.
We must speak. The dog holds a well-chewed ball in his mouth.
All right. It's only fair, but if you feel like throwing it, I wouldn't mind that at all.
Alright, so this is where we finally get the ball. Alright, so now I'm gonna throw it. And then he picks up the ball and brings it back. And we got the ball again. And I'm gonna throw it again. You actually get an achievement for this. I don't know how many times you have to do it. But what ends up happening is, oh, right here. See, look. Scratch can be summoned now. So he will now join us in battle and actually walk around just like the spider does. He's not super strong, but you know, he can distract, he can knock someone prone, he can do all those things.
Better wait till the hubbub's died down.
If anything, he absorbs one hit. Alright, so, like I was saying, we're doing the Grimforge, but we're actually way too early. We need to go do that tower. So, the closest thing to the tower is the beach.
Wander away.
Let's move.
So, let me orient myself. I just need to go here.
Should mind my step.
And we were here before. Remember I told you we wanted to come back to it? So now we're here and we're gonna do it proper. There, we're gonna jump. Here. Here we go.
It's been charmed. Ominous.
So everything became turn-based mode because these stupid towers shooting. And there is a burrow hole here, so if you were a druid, you could burrow through this hole, and it takes you out. I don't remember where. I think maybe up here. So over there. Doesn't matter. So I'm running until hopefully this thing can't target me anymore.
Well, hello.
And actually, I'm going to exit turn-based mode.
Let's move.
We're just going to run. Up here and they stop shooting, which is what you want. And we can't open the door, but the window is broken, so we can come through there. However, there's more in here, so it is annoying that way. And so what you want to do is you want to come in and go through this door. That is your imperative thing to do. So jump.
Very well.
Open this door and get through it. Get everyone out here. Even shut the door so that thing stops shooting us. Alright. You do take damage, like as you saw. I mean, maybe there's a better way, but that's and then you can jump down and go down the floor. So now we're down to the next floor. Now, the thing is when you go inside, there's more. And they're going to be shooting at you in here as well, I believe. Maybe there won't be. I think there is, we just can't see them yet until I open the door. So then, what I'm trying to do next is, let's see, is this the one? I am trying to, need to get all the way down. Oh, I'm already there. I have to keep jumping. And this one is a, you're gonna take damage kind of jump, unless you have Featherfall. I don't know.
Never a dull moment.
If we have Featherfall. I don't think we do. And you could have, if you were smarter than me, had a Featherfall potion. And of course I don't have that either. So if you were to do a jump like this, you're going to lose 11 hit points. But I totally recommend that you do it. It's something that one of your characters must do. You don't have to do the whole party, but I tend to do the whole party. So jump down. You just
Best
take
be on my
damage.
way.
That's it. You make it. There's another 3 hit points. And you're finally down. And there's
Something
a hole
over
here.
there.
So if you had like a
way
tiny animal,
too big.
fit through there, but that's not what
Blackets
happens.
will be done.
And she's going to. Now, we could also do Misty Step.
It's cannibal.
Misty Step doesn't take any damage.
Proceeding.
Keep a blade close.
So here, Misty Step.
Tread lightly.
Wits and blades, always sharp.
I can't do Misty Step. So she's going to be taking some damage. Just looking real quick. And I could have left her up there. Because, like I said, you only need one character to make it all the way to the bottom.
I must keep going.
To do this. So, I like to keep them together because of the way the pathfinding gets a little wonky. And yeah, we could do a short rest or whatever.
That helped.
Looking ahead.
Now we're all here at the bottom.
Can't slow down.
Like I said, there's a hole here that would actually get you through that door. So what's going to happen now is we basically, I didn't explain much, but the elevator that's in this thing, it was at a higher floor. There's an elevator there. It's not powered. The whole tower is out of power, and so nothing works. And then those things that are guarding everything just keep shooting at you.
Let's have a look.
And so, what we did was we snuck out that one door and we came down the side of the tower, and now we're in like this back courtyard area. And
Seems simple enough.
you'll get these clues like
No way to ignite these. Strange.
no way to ignite everything. And that's what I mean by out of power. Like all the lights are off, the elevator doesn't work. So you're now in this like this tower is on this lake, and you come here and get a blue cap. I thought there was something to dig back here, but maybe there isn't.
Always room for
Just a
more.
couple chemical things. And then you come over here, and then look, there's some more of those sussor plants. Now, these sussor blooms will cause those things that are shooting at you to stop shooting because they're magic, and this thing, of course, drains magic. Creates an anti-magic field. So we're gonna go ahead and pick 2 of those. Whatever I can. There should be somewhere to dig here. There we go.
What's that?
They leave a shovel here. It's always like your big clue. Alright, so we got a couple and a glyph warding. If you have a wizard, I think that's one of the few places you can get that one. It's a nice little spell. I've used it a few times. The bard gets it as well. Alright, so we got these anti-magic, field things, and then we have the issue of this door. And that's where you want your thief character to be the one that gets to the bottom.
Key.
If you have one person get to the bottom, you definitely want to be the thief, because he's going to have to pick that lock.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
And you come inside the basement, and you're going to find some really nice alchemy stuff. And there's the hole, right? That if you came in the one hole, you'll come out here. But only like a small animal, like a rat or whatever, could do that. This lever, of course, opens the door. So if you were a druid, you could go through the hole and open the door.
Don't waste a step.
some more alchemy stuff. There and there. And in this tower, you want to read all the books. Make sure you read them all. This one's giving you a big hint. But some of the other ones you need to read for something that's going to happen later. Your next hint is you have these withered blue petals on the ground. And you have this power generator that wants something. What does it want? Well, what is it that we just picked up? So you put one of those sussor plants in, and then the whole tower wakes up. Power is now turned on. It's just like finding the circuit breaker switch. And see, look, all those things disable. So they're no longer defending the tower. So now we can walk around the tower without worrying about being shot at. See all the lights turning on? And I have to confess, when you first get here, if you're not like Google cheating, this was quite a puzzle to figure out. Alright, I still have one in my inventory. I'm going to send it to camp. I need to be able to cast magic. The rest is just, now we can freely explore the tower. At the very top level, there is a, like I said, read all the books, although I don't think that was one of the ones you needed to read. The very top level, there is a threat, but you don't have to worry about it until you get there. And even then, you have to wake up the threat, so it's not like, and then here we got it. So there's a detect thoughts spell, which is, you know, the thing we've been casting over and over again.
No traps, please.
It's very handy. It'd be more handy if we didn't get it for free because we have these tadpoles in our head. Right, then you go into the elevator. Remember, we're on like the bottom level. There's only one button, ascend. Eventually there'll be two. And so now we're up to the next level. And so this is, and right here is two. The spores are what we needed for that mind flayer. It also unlocks a recipe, but we needed those spores. And right here, help pummel them. So we just got the spores, and then if we come over here, the Tongue of Madness is the other thing we needed for him. Boom. Quest should update again. Right, and if you open this up, that should look familiar, right? That's where we were. Could we have come in? Yeah, of course we could have. And you actually could have gotten the spores, completed the quest without solving any of the rest of the puzzle. The problem is I don't know how you would have gotten back up. Until you turn the power on, it's possible to go back up. You would just have to, like, you know, do teleport. You could get out that way, I guess. Alright, so this level is clear. It's not a lot on each level. We're gonna make sure everybody gets in, hit the ascend button. So now we're up another level. I don't know what, I wasn't keeping track. This is what, level 3? So you can see the cannon is shut off. So we can finally walk around freely without being shot at. And you can open the doors. I never really found anything outside of these, but having the two cannons here is brutal. Oh, this is the level we came in. Okay, so this is where we came in. We jumped off. So there are a few things here, like got a chest. Broken machinery is used as an alchemy item. Potions, some broken machinery. There's one of the books. make sure you read this. It's a little poem.
Seems like the owner was quite the literary type.
And again... Oh, there's a treasure chest out here.
Chest magic.
See?
Its energy has me all a tingle.
We figured something out here. But I can't remember.
Don't touch me.
It's a chest of the mundane. We spotted something. This is one of those chests where, here, let me see, there's nothing but junk in it. We were supposed to do something with it.
Wretched thing. Pull yourself together.
There's no detect invisibility, or there is, but there's no, like, this chest is, there's something we're supposed to do to that chest, and then it, turns into something else. Here, I'm gonna look it up real quick. So pick it up, add it to inventory. Transforms equipment into mundane items like forks, spoons, and ladles. Its true value is the fact that the weight of the transformed equipment will be reduced drastically. It's great for stowing heavy merchandise. Removing items returns them to their normal state. So players can stow a box full of weapons inside of the chest of the mundane, and the entire container's weight will be reduced to single-digit numbers. That's what it is. And then I think we'll use Lysel to loot it.
Assume nothing.
So it looks like it has junk in it, right? But each of those...
What is this trickery?
So you can see you got a bomb, a gold ingot, mage armor. Ah, there's your featherfall, right? I was telling you we needed featherfall. The game actually gives you it. You just have to know to go here first. So there's always solutions in the game. Gives you the solutions. We did it the hard way. We jumped and took all the loss of health, went right there. But see, you would have had to run by these things shooting at you. Go to this side, loot that, then go, you know, over to the other side, and then use your featherfall to jump down. So it works. The way we did it worked too. Even if it's a little less graceful. Okay, so this is where we came in, so now we're going up the tower. And then here is just more looting opportunities.
I'll just
and then also,
help
again,
myself.
make sure you read everything. So, we have... This here is huge.
Maggots will be done.
So, again, read the stuff.
Without delay.
So the, that cipher allows you to translate ancient Githyanki text. And I think Lysel can read it without needing it. I can't remember. But it's very, and when I say, oh, here we go. So we got, a book on mind flayers, but right here, the engraved disc.
The disc appears in your mind's eye. Lae'zel sees it too and considers the vision.
Tirsu markings. Ancient. I recognize them, but I can't make sense. No. Wait. The texts are enciphered, but I've solved the pattern. It's a story. About Orpheus.
Your head buzzes in concert with Lae'zel's, but it hardly matters. Even without the connection, you'd recognize her discomfort.
A traitor. A dead one. This text is heresy. I can hardly bear to read it, let alone speak it. Very well. The Prince of the Comet, Part 1. So it was that we were free from Geich shackles and turned our blades on each other. The heavens were shattered, and one great empire was divided in two. Gith traveled to the Hells to broker help for her people, her cause. Vlaakith would have you believe Mother Gith proclaimed her our queen. Lies. Gith made no such proclamation. Vlaakith seized the Empire against the Mother's wishes. But Gith had nurtured a son, Orpheus, Prince of the Comet, the true heir. He knew Vlaakith's treachery. Orpheus rallied Gith's honor guard and declared the throne for himself. The War of the Comet had begun. Disregard this drivel. Gith declared Vlaakith Queen of the Empire, and her own son defied her. Orpheus would have ceded control to the Geich. She did nothing of the sort. Thank your good fortunes I'm a tolerant woman, or I'd have sliced off a few toes for suggesting it.
Alright, so it's suggesting that everything that Lae'zel lives and breathes and believes is a big lie. It's sort of like trusting CNN these days. Alright. So we got some stuff that doesn't really mean much, but read it. Always read it. And then the handwritten stuff, read it. So right here, you put autumn crocus flowers on Myrna's grave. She liked to roll around in them, and even though she'd always sneeze after. So there's a dog named Myrna. Doesn't mean that it's a sign. I'm really worried about you. A bullet is not a pet. I know you don't want to come back before you finish your research, but if you're feeling lonely, you know my door's always open. I don't know where this person actually went. You know, obviously they're addressing the owner of this tower. These are just mundane books. Now, why am I saying read everything? Because you're going to have some dialogues coming up, and if you've read everything, it gives you extra dialogue options that you won't have if you didn't read it. It's very simple. Alright, so this one is a nice one to have on your main character. Your main character, every now and then, has to do checks, right?
That ends. Well, not as bad as it could
now
have.
his Arcana and Religions get a +1 to his die rolls. Is it, you know,
If
a
not
must-have?
over,
Absolutely not.
then through.
And if it's not on your main character, it's worthless. Alright, so all we did was walk around and loot a bunch of stuff. And then there's one more level.
New sounds to dampen our compression break. Is it the foe? Her foul, contemptuous heel?
You know these words. They are from the opening stanza of a play you found in this very tower.
So, you wouldn't have this option if you didn't read that play.
Come out of love for me, not love for blood and steel. Come on as if you feel, my lord, my liege.
Okay, so this is the part that can get you in trouble. So you have some more straight phrases you could give, but some of these phrases are fake. And I can't remember which ones, but for now I'm just gonna let's loot the place before things get a little different. Then read this parchment that he had here, because that has another. These empty sheets are all that's left of you. Is another phrase. Then we're gonna go ahead and save. I'm also gonna pause. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So let's continue. I think I already saved it, but I'm saving it again. So basically, you talk to this guy.
My lord,
Because there's three things. The empty sheets is the thing we just read. And then we had these two other ones. So
a minute's wait, it tramples everything. We'll kill the rest, so that the one can thrive.
Right, I picked the wrong one. I knew one of them was bad. Sorry, I'm eating something. Okay. So, gonna bring the master volume down. I was told that, the volume of the game was higher than the volume of my voice, so we'll give that a try. Actually, I can fix that. We'll try it this way. Okay, talk to the person.
Come on as if you feel, my lord, my liege. Of course, my love. Don't be afraid, sweet girl.
So this girl basically has a love
What
relationship.
can I do? Sorry, would you like a hug?
His arms are too tight and too low for a comfortable hug, as if he's meant to be embracing someone slightly shorter.
Remember, you are loved, little. You're doing great. As I already have.
So she wanted a robot to hug her.
Come on as if you feel, my lord, my liege. I'll hold on to them. It's all that I can do. I can't throw them away. I've never been that brave.
And he gives you something. I just can't remember what it is. Was it just a ring and that was it? I guess it was. So it wasn't that exciting. Now, you could just leave. Or you could read the last line to him and deal with a pretty hefty battle. So, of course, what are we going to do? So, what I'm going to do, though, is be a little
What's
bit more
next,
prepared.
I wonder? No time for Danny.
Get her up there. And
No
then
one's stopped me yet.
Go ahead and...
Come on as if you feel. Okay.
There we go. Alright, arrows aren't the best thing in the world against these guys, but they do work. And once again, I am without my pet. I summon it, it'll take up my whole turn. Poison doesn't work against these things.
Survival is all that matters.
Okay. Lightning should be really good against these guys. So I'm gonna come around to this side. In that hole. Doesn't quite work. There we go, a nice 22 damage attack.
Got to keep
Can't
fighting.
complain about that. Damage. Six damage. They're pretty tough. Blunt weapons, by the way, do better, like hammers. That guy's already dead, which is good. Just having the bear there is good because, yeah, they shoot those crossbow bolts, but, you know, when you're next to them, they get a huge penalty. Just like, see, I get a big penalty for being next to someone. So, I guess I'm gonna have to switch. There we go, 7 damage.
What now?
See, this would get me attacked, I think. Now that he's sticking out, if I can get over to the other side of him.
With haste.
I need to do this in a way that... Oh, no, don't do that to me. I'm hitting my own guys. I don't want to hit my own guys. Although, careful spell. There we go.
This is no silver sword, but that
guys
chair leg may be a useful weapon.
Damage. So they saved again, so they took half damage. Yeah, that didn't quite work the way I thought it would. Then we can call lightning again.
Got to press on.
He actually resisted that one. Alright. Lysel's got him. He's gonna get an anti-key, guiding light ring, and then this light of creation is a pretty interesting halberd. It's really good. Look at that. It's 1d10 plus 5 and a 1d6 lightning. Ignore the acid thing. She's wearing a ring that has acid damage to everything.
On the move.
Another one down.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
And then, of course, we got this guy
Light
on
on
the
my
other end.
feet.
Oh, worked really well.
Ready. Moving.
Oh. There we go. So, it's all down now. We're gonna do another short
Rested
rest.
enough. Now,
And just go around
forward.
and loot them all. I don't think the other ones have any loot on them. The main guy had. So he had like an antique key, which I think opens the chest way down in the basement. If I remember correctly, that key opens something way down in the basement. And yeah, I mean, the tower's more or less clear. And, of course,
Still
everybody's a jerk
breathing,
and won't stand
despite
on the
everything.
Thing. Alright, so we're down 1, 2, 3, all the way down to the bottom.
Breathe deep and move.
And then right here, we open that chest. I can't remember where it is. I would swear there was a chest here somewhere that unlocked because of that key. Oh. I remember now. Look, we have there's a downstairs here. Something opens this. I can't remember what now. But you can open this and you go down into the basement here and that key unlocks that door. There's a metal door down there. So what do we do? And you know what? It might have been something all the way upstairs that I forgot to touch. There's something you do that makes that open. And now I just can't remember what. Come on, everybody get in. So we have a club of giant kill strength. Go ahead and grab that. There's another potion of Featherfall.
Something good here. I hope.
There was a Featherfall scroll. See all that? They give you everything you need to get to the bottom, that's for sure. That's a pretty cool view. Alright, so what's this called? This is called the Arcane Tower. Reach the lowest tower level using the fixed elevator. Equip the guiding light ring. Oh, you gotta equip that ring. See, I've always equipped the ring in the past.
Indolence breeds madness.
So see, there's this guiding light ring. So we just gotta give it to somebody who doesn't
Keep your distance, darling.
Yeah, like him. So now he's got this ring. It casts the light spell, yes, but it does a lot more. I didn't even realize that
A
that's
secret
what his
button.
trigger was.
It seems this ring is more than just a fashion
See, look, there's this new button. It would be nice if everybody could just get on. And now, get some more spores. And you can see we're in the basement, getting all kinds of juicy scrolls. If you had a wizard. Look at that. It's definitely a wizard's haven there. And you come up and around and
into my pocket.
Tongue of Madness. You only needed like 2, by the way. A staff. So it casts Bless. It's not the worst staff in the world. Not awesome either. Oops. Now we get Lightning Bolt Scroll. And I just clicked something way too fast there. These are just alchemical components. The wearer cannot be electrocuted. Gets resistance to lightning. Interesting. And there's a diary. So basically, she got called to Baldur's Gate to confer with the other clerics of Mystra. So that's where she went. She's in Baldur's Gate. Everything in this game leads to Baldur's Gate, by the way. They do a pretty good job of that. So, some Elminster thing. And yeah, there's that metal door.
How about this?
And you come out here and eventually you come up and there should be a lever here. And now we're out. I knew there was a way, I just forgot. Alright, so we did what we needed to do. There's nothing left to do here. There's a small thing. If you wanted to exit, remember when we first came in outside of the tower, there were some things shooting at us. There's like a grave where she buried her husband or whatever, and there is a chest there. You will get some items. I mean, there's nothing that I can remember that was, you know, worth bragging about, but let's go ahead and do it for completeness. Level. Yep, this is it. The antique key opened the front door. And now you come down, you'll see that the arcane cannon should be shut off. So we can walk around freely out here. And basically just loot the area. And then up here, there's a gravestone, bronze ingot, letter, another bronze ingot on the ground.
Simple.
Two more silver ingots and a skybreaker. Which isn't horrible. In fact, that might be better than what she's using now.
My faith protects me.
No. They both have a +1. The only thing is, this one has Searing Smite, which does add extra damage, but...
On I go.
I think there's a place to dig, because look, there's a shovel. When you see the shovel, there is digging opportunities.
Let's get going.
So you just click
No
in
use
random
digging
spots.
here. No use digging here. Should get started. Nothing interesting buried here. Nothing.
Yeah, I don't know where it would be. We ended up doing a
Need to find
survival
a way
check, which
forward.
usually means there's a digging opportunity. Oh, here we
That's
go.
curious.
There it is. So some decent money. Like I said, like we could have skipped it. It would have been no big deal. All right, head back to the Dakota colony. Make sure you save it before you do this dialogue. This one, you can have permanent negative effects, but it's all dice roll stuff.
I greet you, child of the sun. How has your search for the mushrooms fared?
So we found them.
These are fine specimens.
Omeluum turns away to prepare the...
You must drink the entire draft. I can
So this
make
is
no
the part where you
promises
start going
as
into
to
a
its
rabbit hole.
taste.
You can end up with permanent negative effects or permanent positive effects. It all depends on how well you roll dice.
The acidic liquid tightens
We
your
already
throat, burning on the way.
Not a drop. As the potion influences your mind, you may find yourself acting irrationally. Try and stay focused.
The world loses its edges, its finer boundaries. You are fluid, but trapped like a creature suspended in amber.
So willpower is wisdom. I don't know what this would be. Looks like we're doing an intelligence check.
A few sparks and colors dance around Omeluum, but the tadpole spasms, seizes. It's fighting the potion even harder than you are. Fear pierces your mind like knives of ice. The parasite digs deeper, as if it means to hollow out your skull.
So focus on a tune, performance. Resist the panic, willpower. Intelligence. We'll try out the tune. It is a wisdom check. We have forbidden knowledge of 1. Because we did the book.
The cold blades lose their edge. You are stalwart, turning that tide of fear. The parasite swells with power. More power than you have ever felt before. It surges and twists, lashing out against that which would dare to intrude. The parasite in your mind quiets, pleased with itself.
Omeluum, are you well?
That lava is like nothing I have ever observed before. Its power is unsettling. Such an outcome was not in my calculations. There is more to this being than mere stasis. Yet that power may grow beyond your control. I have another intermediate solution, if you are in need. I possess a ring of mind shielding. It prevents elder brains from noticing my presence. It will not remove the lava, but it will limit its influence, both positive and negative. I would offer it as a gift, but in truth, the ring is priceless. Is there anything you could offer me in turn?
And then, if I tell him anything about the nautiloid, he's totally happy.
Fascinating topic indeed. What can you tell me?
I know I'm not as good with intelligence, but this is what he wants.
What a brilliant experience. Here, may it serve you.
A pretty thing. And at least it offers us some protection from the...
Of course, the lava remains.
Alright. So first things first, we can just bring a mind shielding. Which, you have advantage on saving throws against Charmed. That's all it does. Which, not a big thing. But, you know, maybe at the end, this will come in handy, because it's, when you do your final battle against this Elder Brain, having an Arcana and Religion +1 is not going to cut the mustard. So, from that perspective, yeah, you know, it might not be so bad.
I wonder what the next move is.
Take your...
At least things have stayed interesting.
Poison's not...
I greet you, son child.
See, now we can trade with him. Okay, only 706 money, but he has... You restore an additional 2 hit points every time you heal someone else. That's perfect for what's her name? Shadowheart. When the wearer inflicts a condition... This here is for a wizard. It basically lets you get a spell slot back. So you cast a level 3 fireball in battle. After the battle's over, you can use this amulet to recover that fireball. And it basically it's a once per long rest use. Really good for wizards. This one is a quarterstaff. If the wielder deals acid, fire, lightning, radiant, or necrotic damage, it becomes resistance to that type for 2. Almost perfect. It would have just been nice if it did something other than just create resistance. This is just a potion. When the wearer is obscured in shadow, their spells gain a +1 bonus. So this is good if you're like a shadow caster type, which we aren't. So, then he has like some of these rare... This is a really rare... so is the spores. So if anything, we just want his money. We're only gonna get half of it right there. I know what you might be thinking. I mean, Jesus, Jeff, you got 6,800 gold. When is enough enough? It's never enough. This one is a must-buy, and it's not that expensive. So, you know, we just sell this thing, and the spectators, we even make some profit along the way. And that's a perfect one for her. So she'll heal herself when she heals other people. So very nice. And then, yeah, these two together are perfect for a cleric. Okay, what else we got? He's only down to 100. These are just heavy to carry. So nice to get rid of these. And the gold ink, or the bronze ingot's gonna get us some decent money as well. And beyond that, some nice books, and there you can see we're already, and we're okay. We'll improve our reputation with them a tiny bit.
May your travel.
And there you go.
Very well.
Than any one of us.
We just did the tower. So now we can go back to the Grim Forge and do the rest. So if we go to the Grim Forge, probably going to want to do a long rest here. But I am not going to be surprised if you find that this whole place is abandoned now. Yeah, see, everybody's gone. So now we can come in, read this letter.
Watch your back.
Asterion can come over and
Hardly a challenge.
lockpick. Get a crap ton of rings. A deed of ownership. And we can loot, you know, people we weren't able to loot before. We can
It's
take
mine
this
now.
devil foil mask, which I think does get
A curious mask. It's all.
So it's something I think we need to look at. So Shadowheart's usually good at looking at this type of stuff. So Asterion failed his Arcana check, so I don't know, maybe it was just some lore thing. And of course we can come in here now
What might
and loot
you
this
be
guy, and
hiding?
nobody's gonna care. And then also the all the gases, or the graphics are glitching. We're in a poison cloud and it's not showing.
A crooked touch.
So we picked that lock.
Impressive
Came all the way out
ruins
here.
down there,
We got nothing.
but well out of reach.
It's okay, there's really nothing more here in this particular area, because this was all near stuff. The big thing was is we can now loot and not have to worry about, you know, gnomes or anybody seeing us. And then when you come down the stairs, so just to orient you, we're back to where we came in. All of these things, the trunks, everything are all lootable. No one's gonna give us a fuss anymore. And this, of course, is where our boat came in. And this, like I told you, is the end of Act 1, right here. And then these are the kitchen areas I was telling you about. These guys are gone, and all those bodies that were there on the ground are all just piles of blood. The stuff inside the cages, all lootable. So if you ever wanted to know what that executed drow had on him, now you can take it just fine. You don't have to worry about that guy getting angry at you. One of these was a harper. This one. So now we got a harper pin.
Emblem on this pin. A guild symbol, perhaps?
Give that to our main character. Somehow I am stuck back here.
One day I'll catch a break.
I don't know why.
What's next?
Have to keep pushing.
There's two of them. Where's Lysel? She's all the way back there, following him.
I've got a long road ahead. Have to keep going.
So puzzling. Alright. So I don't know why they separated like that, but they did. Okay, next up. You'll notice there's some stairs here that go up, but if you'll also, there are some things to grab. So let's just do that real quick.
More for me.
Healing potion laying on the ground over here. A little tent with a
What's
chest.
in here?
Some honey yam, mushroom. Backpack over here. More supplies. And then trunk over here. This is where we climbed up the ladder and killed that guy. And you might be wondering, okay, well this just goes down and around, which takes you back to where Nier is. So it's all just a big loop. It's really all I'm trying to say. But there is a spot here to crawl down. This also goes to a dead end, but there's a few things to get down here.
Strange marking.
Marking.
A Harper's room. Something must be stashed.
Harper's room?
Left out in plain sight like that. No.
Victory awaits. This is your end.
Stole my weapon? What kind of jerk are you?
They're dying for me. All of them.
Oh, that didn't do a lot of damage there.
Swift and lethal. Hitazith.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Oh, so it was his crossbow that it took. And that just took up my whole action. I was worried about losing the weapon.
I am fury. I am death. Something over there.
Alright, so we do all that stuff, and then over here is a toy chest. Now, you might be thinking, okay, well, what do I do? There's no clue that says what to do. We're going to go to a spot where there will be a clue. And then we would have to backtrack to here. So, I already know the answer, And that is, we need to cast the light spell.
What a day.
So I think she has it.
It shall be done.
So cast the light spell on it.
A trap. Someone doesn't like visitors.
And then you can see we got a real chest that shows up called the Harper
Watch your
Stash.
back.
But it does need to be disarmed. The 20. That needs to be lockpicked. Also needs a 20. This one we can fail though. Just try again. And Scroll of Conjure Minor and Elemental. Pretty high level scroll. And then this evidence. Against Ketheric Thorm, the Paladin of Shar, is guilty of crimes. I have no idea what it's used for. Because, like, I eventually do run into the Harpers, and I just, maybe I accidentally sold this letter of evidence, but, it just seemed absolutely useless. So, where is it? Where'd it go? Here. So I'm gonna give it to Shadowheart, because she's holding on to
time to waste.
letters we're not trying to sell.
Eager for battle. Without delay.
So there you go. That is how you deal with the Harper's Stash. And like I said, there's a room coming up where you're actually going to find a dead Harper. They were interrogating it, you know, and torturing him to try to get him to reveal where the stash was buried and of course how to get into it.
Still breathing, despite everything.
And the Harper was
Right on
actually
my feet.
telling them how to get into it, but they weren't understanding. So the last thing to do here is we got to go this way. And like I said, there's this area up here, and then it's going to eventually come around, and we're actually going to end up. Our bear is stuck. We're going to end up back here. And, or maybe we're going to end up somewhere that we've already been. Yeah, here. So we're going to go straight over this, because behind here is the forge. And we're going to be like really up high on this platform. So, before I do that, I'm realizing the bear is, for whatever reason, stuck. Maybe it's the poison or whatever that was preventing it. So now that it's through, it should actually find us just fine. But I'm going to go ahead and click all the way down there.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it. These boots have seen everything.
So we come along, you're going to see some skeletons here, and these are ancient stuff. They do sell for 50, but they're heavy as all get out. The armor itself is, like this one's at least magical because it's green. The wearer deals necrotic damage to attackers that hit them. We'll go ahead and give her one. There's the journal.
As you look at the skeletons, you realize they're all clad in the same dark armor.
Dark Justicia uniforms. These were Shah worshippers. The same as me.
Powerful enough to take her own revenge, I'm sure.
Always a good answer. So this is another rabbit hole place, meaning it's a dead end. You come
What's
in,
hiding here?
you loot some stuff.
How delicious. Let's crack it open. No Dwergar made this. The design looks sharp.
So you get like a Sharon crossbow. There it is. It's got a +1 enchantment. I mean, it's just like anything else. So she's using a heavy crossbow. Does a little bit more damage. I mean, for thematic purposes, you can give it to her so she can
Let's
feel
get going.
closer to
With
her
haste.
kin. Got a book to read. A backpack to loot. Then you can see there's another place to climb down. And like I said, this is all dead end. It's just coming down here to give you something to loot. You do have a jump opportunity. And another chest for
Hello.
Astarion.
This way.
Disarmed
Should
it.
be easy.
Try again. So we get a lightning aura shield. It actually works really well with a Tempest cleric.
My faith will
So
guide
right
me.
now she's using a just a plain Jane shield that gives her a saving throw +1, +2 armor class. This one will give her the same armor class. She does lose the saving throw +1, but she gets lightning aura. So consume 3 lightning charges. Oh, that's not that good. She has to be one of those people that's generating lightning charges. She's not. This again, it goes with all that armor and stuff that causes lightning generation. Yeah. And of course,
No time to rest.
jump.
At the ready.
And you climb back out. And now this is another pathway that's complete. I promise you, you do eventually get to where it starts going to the next area. So, and that is actually here. So you come up this, and you're gonna encounter. Now, when Nir was still alive and he was trapped, there were actually gnomes, slaves here, trying to remove this rebel. This is another one of those things that you have to destroy.
What am I to do?
But you can just go up with your
Focus.
hammer. You need to like bludgeon damage, and just. Now you have to do at least 10 damage for it to make a difference. And she's not ever doing 10 damage. That could be because her strength's low. So we'll go ahead and give it to Lysel.
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
See, there we go. See how the 12 damage went through? That's all you have to do. You could also use the smoke powder to blow it up, just like, you know, what happened before. She needs to equip that sword. Give this back.
Let's get on with it.
Alright, so...
Assume nothing.
This starts the path to everywhere else. And there's a lot going on here, so I'm going to end the video here. And thanks for watching, as always. Stay awesome.